welcome to another episode of Lautering Limited. In this episode, we will be going through a set of sealed Theros Beyond Death. The set's been out for about a week. Gonna do a sealed, and hope it goes well. It's a pretty interesting set. I found that a lot of matches come down to very grindy, long games. Sometimes they end up in milling. I believe it's just all the sort of pairs of cards or colors are all sort of well matched. And I found at the pre-release they just sort of like there wasn't any deck that we had in our pools that was just like, wow, this is just so much better than all the other ones, and it just stormed the competition. So in any case, let's see what we get here. Hopefully we draw or pull some nice like Dream Trawler or something like that to really get after it. Didn't get a Dream Trawler. We did get a God and another on-color rare, as well as a partial on-color rare, and then an off-color land if we're going to be playing the God. TikTok Giant also is pretty good. So the cards in this pack, I mean, the Wavebreak Hippocamp is great. Not really a great sealed card. It's probably going to be highly dependent upon the rest of our pool if that's even good. But playing cards on our opponent's turn isn't really what we want to do necessarily. Temple Deceit's great if we are going to be playing those colors. Scrying is nice. Giant, I like the Giant. It can really help you dig towards the end of the game. If you suit that guy up a little bit, you get a little bit of value even if they try to kill it, so you can get your card back if you exile the cards. Galia or Galia of the Endless Dance. If you have other satyrs, that's great. Or if you have some of the heroic cards that make satyr tokens, that can be pretty good as well. And then the whole attacking with a bunch of things and discarding is pretty, or drawing cards is pretty nice. Clothis, also going to be happy to play that card. A 3-mana 4/5 indestructible that you can gain life or ramp is really nice. Dalakos, Crafter of Wonders, I don't really see that being a great creature for this limited anyways. Maybe you can do other things otherwhere, but I think we'll probably end up going a little bit of Gruul action. We have some on-color cards for our sort of bombs, as we should say. So let's see what else we have. Going through, let's just look at our uncommon. Well, yeah, we saw our rares. Look at our uncommons. So if we're thinking Gruul, love this card. That's all right if we have a bunch of enchantments. Dreamstalker's okay. Again, that's that whole off turn thing, which is not super great, but it's an enchantment, though it can trigger this guy, that sort of thing. Fierce Rise. I guess that's pretty nice. You can actually get some pretty good value from that at times. It's okay. As far as other greens, we got a lot of Clothis things. Furious Rage has it in there. Clothis design. I mean, that could be good if you have a bunch of trample, something like that. This is a nice. The Band Brawler is pretty good. Nice bit of removal there. Outside of that, we can play the Thundering Chariot. I find that it's actually a pretty good card. If we were to say, let's not play those, so looking at like blue-black or something like that, which was our land, Lionfish is nice, but again, not going to be playing a lot of stuff on our opponent's turn. Calliope or Calliope, I'm not exactly how to say that, is okay. Elspeth's Nightmare is great, but we don't really have the support, it looks like, although Freak of Spawn, also a really great card. I've had that a lot. It's really quite nice, especially as it's your only escape card. This would have been a great sort of set of pulls for a Gary thing. Underworld Dreams is nice for mono black in that regard. Breath of Meletis, sure, that's great, but that's not really where I want to go. So it does look like our strong colors are probably red-black as far as the uncommons go here. Green's all right. Let's take a look at our commons now. So white doesn't look too bad with a lot of the flyers that we have. We don't have anything that we necessarily want to suit up like crazy. 2 Starlit Mantles are actually pretty nice, so you can get a big boy down like a Daybreak Chimera and just go to town with it. That wouldn't be too bad. Looking at blue, yeah, it's okay. Looking through black, we have Myers Grasp, which is nice. Omen of the Dead, which is pretty good. Mogu's Favor can be good. Other than that, there's Final Death too. Those don't jump out anything else. Satyr's Cunning in red. Iroh's Blessing is really nice. Portent Betrayal, not as good without outlets. Rapid Flames could be good if we're going to go aggro. Rage Hound is mediocre. Hero of the Games does help pump the team. Be good targets for any sort of spells we have. Moving into green. Return to Nature is probably one of the better removal spells in green. Yeah, okay. I mean, the Tower Scout's not too bad. I don't actually know what this Relentless Pursuit does. All right, that's not too bad. And then the Devotion Pumper and Typhon. So I think we are going to go Gruul. It does look like we are pretty happy to be in those colors, especially with our big boys. So let's go ahead and immediately throw in these two. That one. Definitely want the Giant. A Rose Blessing, yes, these guys aren't bad. I guess this can be good. I don't know how worth it is. We'll have to see what our power levels are when we sort of finish building our deck. This isn't terrible, but if we have Galea, that's a little bit more exciting. It is an escape card. It can also help with creating things to sack with the Blood Aspirant. I do like Oread Mountain's Blaze to help sort of late game flood. Yeah, probably not going to want to jump in Wrapping Flames. Caryatid's nice. I will put that in. Hornbeetle definitely. Yeah, I think we'll throw this in. We'll see what we get as far as enchantment things. Yeah, it's not a bad card. I guess that could be a good sort of finisher. We'll put him in. Yeah. It's not bad to have beaters anyways. And then let's see. All right, so we're at 36 with 17 lands, which doesn't seem too bad. We don't have a lot of targets for the Hero of the Games, but as far as a 3-mana creature goes, I guess it's spell or ability or just spell? Spell. So you can't trigger or use Nylea's Huntsman's trigger or anything like that. So right now we'd have the Iroh's Blessing, and that's actually it. So like they're not actually that great. I guess that's going to make us want to have anything that can target in there, which we literally have nothing else. So maybe that's not super great. Maybe we'd actually rather have these scouts in there just because of the toughness. So let's bop those boys in. This doesn't actually target creatures, but it can help beef up for lethal swings. I guess we can put a Furious Rise in. We have a fair number of beefy creatures. Most of our creatures are start off with 4 power. I guess the Giant doesn't. These two, or these 3, I should say. So those aren't terribly useful. Otherwise, what else? I don't love that card. I mean, it would be good for sideboarding against maybe White Weenie sort of strategies or things like that. I don't think it's worth splashing anything to get the Hero of Nyxborn. We don't have a lot of targeting things anyways. How many enchantments do we have right now? We have 5 enchantments. The Skirmisher could be useful, I guess, in that regard. It is a creature. Although we already have a good amount of creatures, we could put in the Satyr's Cunning. If we can actually get a little bit of that synergy with Galea, great. If not, you know what? That's okay. I don't know if I want a second Furious Rise, although that would make it another enchantment trigger. But I think if we're just looking to sort of fill things out, I guess Relentless Pursuit can be okay. It does feed our graveyard. We have a couple of escape cards, the Typhon being the best one, Rage Hound being the not so good one, and Satyr's Cunning being also not so good. I guess we could fill out. I mean, this could be nice. I mean, it could help finish us off. We're not super aggressive, but I guess if we throw 1 in there, that's not terrible. Could try to do it in the same turn as this, but this is really a big cost. Don't really love it that much. So maybe we put in 1 Relentless Pursuit, and then let's try it like that. All right, yeah, so that's what we're going to run, I think, for right now. If we feel as the game goes on that we just need more bodies, we'll bring in the Hero of the Games. If Furious Rise is really doing us justice, we can bring another one of those in, or bring in another Wrap in Flames. All right, so that was the deck build. Not too bad with Clothis, Galea, and some Typhoon action. So yeah, let's just jump into the games, see how they go. Benny T is our opponent. Benny T. All right, our opponents on the play. We have, I guess, what I guess could say would be some actually good synergy for the two lands we have. We can play out most of our hands. With one land drop, we'll play out almost all of them. This does look a little bit aggressive, but I guess I'm okay with that. I mean, I guess we can actually come out of the gate pretty fast with this hand. I'm probably, depending on what our opponent does, they didn't do anything. We'll play out a mountain, and let's actually go ahead and play Satyr's Cunning. Next turn, Galea can come out, and actually, we can try to go off. Hopefully they don't play anything that great. That's actually okay. I'm not upset with that. We can still get in for some damage here. For 2 damage, I should say. It's not like it's doing all that much, but, you know, hey, whatever. It's a pretty fiery start. I guess we can go in, play the tower. That's fine. They don't play anything else. Okay, so they may be holding up the Omen. I can't actually remember how much that is. So I guess this turn we can go ahead and... I mean, we could Rage Hound and Moss Viper and then attack in for a lot next turn. Or we can just try to push, keep pushing hard, tap down the Oread. And then just... oh, it's untapped target creature. Oops. Oopsies. I thought it was tapped for some reason. I don't know why. Well, that, wow, okay, cool. So that's a big punt there. That definitely would have been better if we had played the Moss Viper and Rage Hound. I really don't like how we just did that. It really sets us back as far as punching power. Oh, Lord. Okay, so, cool. They're just going to start, like, punching us a whole lot, I think. All right, so giving devotion to green would be 3. Doesn't really do all that much. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end up losing pretty hard to Polukranos here. I guess we can escape, or sorry, we can go ahead and Rage Hound and Nessian Wanderer. We really didn't want to see something that big and juicy so early. Not cool. Definitely not cool. Although they can only do it once. Or they can only do it once, so I'm not too upset. And it is a black, so they will have to tap down their Caryatid to do it. They can do it at instant speed, which isn't really cool. Oh. Alright, so... I don't know. I actually don't know how to proceed with this. This is just any kind of damage, right? If damage we dealt with has one kind of remove it, so it can't even die with Death Touch. We don't really want to escape it anyways or get it into the graveyard, so I think we just go ahead and drop. I guess we have to attack because Underworld Rage Hound is a feisty beast. So, I mean, at least what it's going to do is either going to trade with a Caryatid, which I probably won't want to do because that's a source of black, or it's going to trade with Polukranos, or, sorry, take a counter off Polukranos, or just trade with the Oread. I guess that's fine. Maybe they're saving up their stuff for Polukranos. They could do the discard thing. They're not going to. We'll just play out things that we want. I guess this was just plus X plus O. Yeah, so it's not even that. Okay, great. All right, so they can fight something on our end step. Let's see what they choose to fight. Looks like they're looking at the Moss Viper, which makes sense. They did want to get that Death Toucher out of here. All right, but now it's bringing Pelucranos down to a level that we're not really that as scared about. Though we are a little worried. All right, so they can't fight anything there. All right, that's pretty cool. Although it's spell or ability. Yeah, so it's a spell, so we probably won't get our money's worth. At least not yet. Maybe we just go ahead and play out our tower guy or tower scout, and then hope for the best. Because I'm not loving the way this is set up now. So let's play out the tower scout. It doesn't matter. No attacks. So our aggressive start was definitely turned down. I don't even know if it mattered if we messed up our sequencing with that tower scout thinking it tapped down a creature. Just because they were able to throw up so much onto the board. That didn't really seem to matter. So they can fight, technically they can fight two things. So I think it was correct to not play out the giant yet. Maybe they're going to try to machine gun down creatures on our side. And then hopefully we can get the tectonic giant down. And then that can maybe at least just, get us 2 cards exiled out of it if they try to kill it with some spell of some kind. This just gives trample, right? 4, so it's a 4/4 trample. I guess what's really annoying is that Pelucranos can do it at instant speed, so we can, double block, and they can just totally blow us out. But they didn't block. That's very interesting. So this is, if you have... Yeah, so they have 2... They've got 2 fights on them right now. I guess we could just put this onto the Satyr. And then attack with it. Although they may just block with the Farik. We don't have any haste. Or sorry, we don't have any trample, but at least we can do something. Like it's going to ask for a trade or a fight. Yeah, that makes sense, because then they can bring back the Farika next turn. And then... we end up sacking something. Maybe this is not worth it. The Nessian Wanderer isn't worth it as far as the land drops. I mean, we aren't hitting them all that well, but... Oh, great. Wow, they got a lot of lands in their sealed pool, huh, Benny? Mr. Benny T. Alright, so they'll probably bring back the spawn here. Oh, or they just blow up... Okay, they blow up the Wanderer. That was the one I was going to sack anyway, so I guess I'm not too upset by that. They don't have a way... Oh, they still can fight something instant speed. So if they attack here, we're going to get blown out. Unless we triple block. Okay, they're not... I don't know why they're not pressing their attack. Alright, so now we have an Erosa's Blessing. I guess what we can do is swing in with a Scout and see what they block with. Or save it. I think maybe we just save it here. Let's go ahead and I don't want to do that. This guy is going to attack. What do we have? 3 other cards in guard. So we can escape the Rage Hound and then pump it up and see what happens. So we can always just attack with that as well, or sack it if we needed to. So let's go ahead and play that out. I don't love exiling the Satyr's Cunning, but I don't see that mattering at all with Galea. It's just not going to do much. Alright, we will not attack. I wonder what they're playing to. Like, what do they have that they're going to be, like, looking to do? I don't know. They're just... Alright. So we're going to play a Trickster out. I guess they're just looking for us to do something. Oh, the problem is that we can go for the Aroa's Blessing, but they can just fight the thing that we're putting it on at instant speed, and that kind of just stinks. That really just stinks. I guess we'll go for it. I mean, otherwise the Rage Hound is going to die anyway. They might just fight it in response. It doesn't really matter if they fight it in response. They're just going to... It's just going to win anyways. Because we'll just lose it. Put it on the Rage Hound. That's 2, 4, 5. So it's 9, 2. If only it had Trample or something. Go to combat. Has to attack. Get in there, Mr. Hound. See what you got, Mr. Hound. Black with a Caryatid? Oh, cast a spell and then give it play. It's still gonna die. Unless they have more pumping? I didn't understand that. But that's okay. So now they have... Okay, that's fine. Nothing has trample, right? That guy's got trample. Alright, so they still can fight something instant speed. So if they do go in for the attack, which they are, they'll probably just, like, make it real huge large. I guess we'll just triple block here. This way, if they fight off the 4, they're still getting 5. So it should die, unless they have some kind of combat trick. And then we're 6-8, so we're not taking any damage. Unless they tweak it out and use ability. They don't. I mean, that was a 3 for 3. So, like, it could have been worse. I mean, they're left with a considerably better board than we are, but I guess that's all we can do anyways. Now we're getting lands that we don't really want. Can we Rage Hound? We can theoretically Rage Hound. If anything, it hurts the Polychronos. That's great. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Not gonna take it to Prime. I really wish that they had started fighting. Maybe they're gonna fight now. Yeah, okay, cool. Fight the Huntmaster. Fight the Scout. Wait, why did it go... I didn't realize it was that much damage. So now I feel considerably better. Oh, they'll just escape it. They have the ability to escape it. It's 12. 6 other cards and 6. They can just escape it. So now they're just going to go fight City, and it's going to be the worst. We're basically dead here. Ah, yikes. Okay. Cool. Oh, wait, no, they have to exile it? Did they just lose it? They just lost it. Wait. No, I didn't. For some reason, I thought it exiled. Why did I think that? We're going to take it because we can shoot. We can hopefully play Aroa's Blessing on our Huntmaster. Oh, okay. Oh, no, that's just from their hand. Ugh, yuck. Alright, we can't double up. I guess we just try to shoot Anax. Anax. Anax? Anax. We're gonna get 2. Because they're the worst. And now we just basically die to Pharika spawn, and then that's game. Let's see if they get there. Because if they bring back spawn, they have much, much more than lethal. They have 14 damage. So let's see if they see it. If they bring back, yep, all right, that's game. All right, cool, got there. All right, that was unfortunately a pretty bad loss, and like that was probably close to like the most optimal our deck will run. We really don't have a lot of removal, so that was unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Balnum. B-L-N-M-B. Ugh. All right. Well, do we? I don't know if we keep this. It's not like the nut like we had last turn, but I don't know. It's like I hate having this, but like we have lands and maybe this is how the this is how the other one happened too. They started with a red. Yeah, we'll see. Double red for our opponent. Rage Hound for our opponent. Not the best to see. Especially that. I mean, I guess that would kill it, but that's not what we want to do anyways. No attacks. They're going to hit us in for 3. We will not be blocking. I'll just escape it later, and I don't love our trade. I mean, it's an equal mana trade, but they're at sort of a disadvantage with not being able to choose to attack or not. Well, that makes us more likely to block here, considering our Hyrax tower will actually deal with that. So yeah, we'll block. A 2/2 haste that we didn't get any value from is not terrible, but alright, so that's a nice thing to get off the top here. So play out our Tower Scout, pass over, get ourselves a Voracious Typhon. And I guess that would be a... Oh, man. That's pretty nice. Yikes. No blocks. At least the Typhon will help deal with that. Although I guess we could destroy it. Although it's too late for that now. Doesn't give Death Touch. Yeah, no, it's just... Alright, so they could, like, Erois's Blessing. That would blow us out here. Alright, I don't think blow us out is the right term, but... So... Do we just attack in with the Voracious Typhon and see if they take the bait? Yeah, they took the bait. Maybe they thought we were gonna block. Or not attack. Faster attackers. Oh, the scoop to the destruction. I mean, they must have had nothing else in their hand. Maybe there were 2 colors and they just didn't have it. All right, well, hey, that showcased the power of Return to Nature if I have ever seen it. So, all right, that was interesting. 3-minute insta scoop. Oh goodness. Here's our next match with Lax. I hope he lacks the ability to win this game. All right. We're on the play. I think I would be very happy to keep this if we were on the draw. But we are like... We got all this gasoline, but only 2 lands. I think we're going to keep it. And hopefully we don't get punished too hard here. I think asking for 2 draw steps to draw a land isn't terribly greedy. Oh, that's a lot of sparkly eggs there. Leave with a mountain. So yeah, we have 2 draw steps to draw a land and then not feel too bad, and then 3 draw steps to draw 2 lands. All right, well we have a 2 drop. That makes it a little bit better. A lot of red coming through these matches here. Nice. All right, so we didn't make it that far, but we have to attack. All right, so that's an even trade there. Wish we drew a land. We didn't, so kind of upset now. Hopefully we're not going to get too punished. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just start running us over. Another Rage Hound. Well, at least we can trade with that. Oh, yeah, okay. We are greedy, and we are being punished for being greedy. Very greedy indeedy. Greedy indeedy. And diddly diddly doodly doodly. Yeah, so I don't see any reason not to block here. We don't have a lot of sacrifice stuff. He is a satyr, but that's about the only thing that matters. They might have some instant speed like Infuriate or something like that, but if they want to waste that right now, that's more than okay to me. We will block here. They will allow it to trade. They have a Gorgie. We got our land. All right, 1 more land off the top. And then I will feel mucho gusto about our position. Let's see what they do. I think I don't really want to attack here, to be honest. Oh. Discards 2 cards, huh? Well, we'll discard Wrap in Flames and Huntmaster. Alright, so they'll be able to bring the Rage Hound back, but they are on lifelink, so I think I do just want to kill it. We don't have much of a reason to care about anything else, so... So this is 3 cards. So they are 3. They have a land drop, and we lose our creature. I think we just go Rage Hound. This is 3, so it doesn't matter. I guess actually we could be bring back a creature, so let's go that way. And then bring back our Raging Hound. So now let's hope that they go for a land drop and then Pharika spawn. We lose. Okay, so we have 1 more turn, theoretically. They may bring back a Rage Hound. They don't bring back a Rage Hound. Alright, so we draw a land. We're at 5 lands. I guess what we do is we plop this down. Make them trade. I mean, this is just a extra 1 damage. I guess what we're trying to do is we're trying to sort of bait the spawn out. Just because we don't want to lose the giant. We'd at least like to get like 1 or 2 activations off the giant. And if all it does is just sort of bounce off of the spawn, that's fine. Alright, so maybe now they're going to spawn us. Land drop. They're going to... Okay. Do they have a Lampad of Death's Vigil to seal the deal? Although I think that's... Is that 3? I can't remember how much that is, actually. Alright, so... They steal it. They... Oh, they have that 3 mana, does 5 damage to a thing, sack a creature, red card. They do the final flare. Nice. Given props for the nice. All right, well, that's stinky, because now we just essentially lose that. This is an enchantment creature. I think we just destroy him right... Well, yeah, let's just destroy him right now. Oh, no, we can exile the spawn. Let's exile the spawn. Yeah, because I don't like that creature at all. And I want to have my Tectonic Giant live. Alright, so they're going to exile some Creechy boys to gain some life. Yep. Get our Escapi boys down. Or out, I should say. Underworld Charger. Can't block. Attack in for 2. Exile some more cards. You got it, bucko. You got it. Makes our Typhon considerably worse. Can't do anything about that. We're definitely going to want to fight the Timuret sooner than later. Hopefully they don't have a final death. Looks like they're... Hopefully they're just reading it. They're not targeting it with something. Although it's really bad because it's just going to die to a Rage Hound that they bring back. It looks like they have enough. Yeah, we probably want to fight the Timuret just because the... Yeah, so they're going to bring back one of those bad Larrys. It's a 4-2. No attacks. Hopefully we draw... Okay. Clothis isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Also, definitely not going to attack, because that would be poopy. So our devotion is 4. So we can't do anything with it, but we can not attack. There's nothing to... Oh, no, there's a Rage Hound. So we can get rid of the Rage Hound on our next turn, unless they escape it. But I don't see them getting enough stuff to escape it. The Catablepus for the win! Oh, that's really nice. Alright, so 9 damage, down to 3. I don't think we have a way out of this. I think we are just clearly and utterly toasted. Because I cannot play both creatures. We block 4. We take... That's game. Not even going to bother. That doesn't matter if they exile anything. They win. They win. They win. They win. We are getting run over. That was a poor match. I don't even know if getting a green to cast that Brawler would have helped. I mean, getting Timuret off the board, I guess, would have made the Catablepus less powerful. But they definitely outplayed us. Bob 27. Bob 27. Let's hope that we can make this work. No green lands in hands. We're on the play. We have a little bit of time. Our hand's okay. Like having the Return to Nature. We're going to keep this. We're going to be greedy. We've been punished once for being greedy. It's obviously impossible for us to be punished again. That's not how things work. Just is not how things work. So we will... Obviously, we're just going to draw a forest off the top next turn. Just wait. Always had it, never didn't have it. That's the rule. That's the rule. Immediately punished. What does this guy do? Alright, well, there's the forest a little bit later than we would have liked, but that's okay. So, I think we go with a Caryatid so that we can cast the Typhon. Not Relentless Pursuit. This guarantees us a land drop. The Relentless Pursuit does not guarantee us a land drop, so we'll go with the Caryatid. So that'll get us a Typhon next turn. Let's see what they got. Okay. Love the flavor on that narcissism. Narcissa. There was a card from... why not go for it, you know? Why not go for it? All right, so I think we just dropped the Typhon. It's that or kill the Naiad and play the Horn Beetle. I think I'd rather wait for a better target for the Naiad than the Naiad because the Naiad isn't doing anything right now. I feel like they're going to have some pump spells, though. Like, they're just waiting to see it. I mean, I think they're just stuck on not having any green. And they can only... Or, sorry, any blue. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright, so they want their 2-3, which is weird. This doesn't do anything. So that's a better... See, this is why we didn't. It's better to destroy that enchantment and play the Horn Beetle. This is just saying it's 2 green, right? Whoops. Don't need that. Horn Beetle. Swinging with a Typhon. Next turn we can drop our Huntsman if we feel like. We have 2, 3, 4. Nothing's got trample. We draw a land, we can fight down something. See what they got. This doesn't do anything outside of that. Neither does that. So they might have something else that they want to play here. So we have 5 mana. So we could play, let's say, the Manticore and the Moss Viper, or Relentless Pursuit and the that, or we could just go with the Huntmaster. Go out with this guy. Maybe they have a counterspell. Seems like they do. They now have blue mana, so I should expect it. Okay, so they were waiting to use that, so that's fine. Rather that than the Huntmaster. So if we swing in with both, they could kill our Horn Beetle and take 9. They don't have any blue open, so I think this is what they're going to do. They could have a Giant Growth, I guess. That's the other thing. So let's just... Well, no, I think we push our luck. They probably don't want to take 9 here. Oh, wow! This is an enchantment creature. This is not an enchantment creature. Well, I didn't think people played that. I don't even know what to say to that. Alright, so they got all the blue they need to cast all the spells they want. So what do we do on our next turn? I don't see them attacking this turn. They're going to look for something. They still have 2 blue available, so they still have counter magic up. They do not have 2 blue. They have 1 blue available. They're drawing cards. They could escape it one more time. It's an instant, so they could do that at any time. Maybe they're looking for some kind of answer. I don't know. I'm very confuzzled. All right, so we can play the Brawler. We may be just getting countered here. I don't remember. There is that. There's that 3 mana, that 1 or 2 blue counter spell. But I thought it was enchantment. Maybe it's enchantment or creature. I think it's enchantment or creature. Let's hope they don't have it. Let's hope we can beat down their Naiad. Okay, so that was the other thing. I'm not really upset by that. Yes, they don't kill each other, but I think we just gotta beat down as hard as we can. If they have another, or they don't. Okay, so they're gonna take a whole bunch of damage. They're going to 2. What you got? Maybe we can pull this out. That doesn't help. I guess if they get 1, they have 4 bodies. We have 4 good attackers, 2 bad attackers. They play 1 more card or have some sort of falter, or not falter, but like break chain thingy, chain to memory. All right, they're escaping. Drawing a card. What could they do? They've got 3 mana. They're attacking in with that guy. They're just maybe going for broke. No blocks. Go to combat. I mean, they could have another fog. Don't know if they do. This should be enough to kill them. They don't have any enchantment creatures, so that doesn't matter. Sure. So now they can only have sort of a bounce effect. Still dead? Okay. Yeah, they just showing us that they didn't have much going on in their hand. All right, well, that wasn't too bad there, Bob27. I think that was maybe the better part of our deck. We did stumble a little bit, but I think we kept a hand that had gas that we could ensure ourselves into the late game. So that was a little bit better than the past ones. All right. We're on the play. Nothing too great, but we have a pretty good sort of curve out thing, so I think we're going to keep this. Likely we will probably end up, if we can, fire off a Rose Blessing for not a super high amount of value, just because of the possibility of making the Scout into 4/4 to trigger an Nessian Hornbeetle would be something that I would like to do, if possible. Yeah, so if they play a creature, we slap our Rose Blessing down. That's perfect. So this is actually working out really well. Now we attack for 7. We're going pretty aggressively. I'm not sure if this is what our deck should be doing, but we're attacking for 8 next turn. Probably gonna blow up the tower scout. No, maybe they got an unsummon or something like that. I don't know why they niced exactly. I feel like they have some sort of unsummon or something like that. And we're gonna keep the Oriad in hand. See what happens. Opponent's thinking about it. Omen. Do some drawing, some scrying. I love the background effects when they play stuff like that. Very nice. I wish I knew more about what was happening on Theros with all like the ruins and stuff we're looking at. Alright, exile a forest. So we'll have a land drop for next turn. Not much that we'd want with a 6th land right now. We have 2 lethal threats on board. I don't know why I'm getting niced, but okay. Alright, well that was a little bit a false start for our opponent, but that was a pretty high power start for us. That was definitely not what we expected the deck to do, but it worked very well. Glowfish. 1 fish, 2 fish, glowfish, blue fish. Alright, we're on the draw with some pretty reasonable stuff. I think we're going to be greedy and keep this. Hello, glowfish. Alright, well, I would have liked to see a green instead of a red. We'll see. That's just more red. Come on, green mana. Green mana off the top. One of them forests. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. That's a big beater. That's just going to keep coming back. Yep, taking our beats. Yikes. Alright, well, at least we can play something. Still want to see some forests off the top. Maybe they're just going to end up killing this or making it unable to block or something. I don't know. It would be kind of a misuse to use a Rose's Blessing on there just because it's still just a 2 toughness creature. It'd be better if it came back as that. I think I'd rather use the Hyrax Tower Scout as our thing. Alright, so just all the red. Just all the red. Well, I mean, this is we got to do something. It was a 2 for 2, but they both have escape. We're both equally far from escaping. Much rather would have hit that target. At least we can have something that does it land. I wish I could play it now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So. Oh, this card. No blocks. Can't get rid of it. All right, so we'll definitely play our land here. Play our scout on tap. Exile. Forest. Now they're all coming. A little bit too late. A little bit too late. We wish we could get that back or get back the Rose's Blessing. It's a very nice card. Has anyone ever noticed how this here caricature of Kaya, is it just me, or does it look like she has like this really mini arm? Like it's just this big head and a little mini arm with like the ghost knives. It's just kind of goofy looking. Oh, is that the fighty one? Yeah, it is. Well, you can't win them all, as they say. Or most of them, apparently. Yeah, the Rage Hound could come back and block that. We are definitely going low on life, but they're 3 other cards. So they theoretically could escape that soon. Looks like next turn, because they only have 5. All the forests. All the forests we've ever wanted. I think I'd rather do the Typhoon. I could still play Clothis here as well, or we could play the Hyrax Tower Scout. Which I think is what... Or we could hold up... Like, how much is this to Escape? They're not there yet. So let's Underworld Ragehound. Get all escaped up in this piece. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, that's 5. So we're still quite a ways, but we can get some life and exile things. So I think we're going to play Clothis here. Satyr's Cunning isn't that great. So they're going to play the Lonesome Chimera. / exile our god. Glowfish with the clutch exile there. The clutch exile. Okay. Ah, a fighter, you say? 5, 8, so we can return to nature and fight. Return to nature and fight, you say? Dang. I was really hoping they weren't going to do that. Now we do lose our thing there. Alright, well, we're going to immediately exile the Voracious Typhon. I know we can't even exile. Yep. Maybe they didn't read the text. Oh, they read the text. They read the text, damn it. That's alright. They don't have anything to crew with it on board, although likely they'll just bring back their Chimera. But we can almost... I guess we can cast a Satyr's Cunning. We're Ragehound back, and then Hyrax Tower Scout as well. Let's go search a card. An aura card in particular. Another fight card. Seems good. Wish we had another return to nature here. We've got 9 mana. Get all these boys out. Get that boy out. Exile a card. It's a Caryatid. Ilsian Caryatid. Alright, so they could crew and fight the Ragehound. They could crew and fight that giant and then make me not block with it. The Satyr cannot block anyways. Looking at the giant. Still looking at the giant. So they might be trying to bring back the Chimera. Whoa, what does that thing do? I want to exile the cards, I think, right now, but... Dreadful Apathy? Oh. So it can't do what now? Can't attack or block. Alright, well that's crummy. That's a very large amount of crumminess. We will go ahead and play out the Caryatid. We go ahead and play out our Huntmaster. Put it on the Satyr. Attack. So they have to choose one, and we'll get to untap the other one. They're going to choose the raid. Well, they shouldn't choose the Raise Hound, but they probably will. Because that one can come back. So we'll get in for 3. We get to untap. Doesn't matter, can't block, but we get our exile. We have 16 cards left, so we're definitely churning. Lands. Well, at least it's less lands that are in the deck itself. So 16. We have 10, 11 lands. That means there's only 6 lands out of those 16 cards. I don't remember any of them. So now they can start punching down our stuff with their enchantment. The Lonesome Chimera's toughness is going to be 2. So 5-2 goes to 5-4. Alright, so they can kill most things. On our board. Dreadful Apathy's pretty dang good, huh? Yep. Punch down our Tower Scout. Maybe they will crew and get in. It's got trample. It's the right thing to do. They're thinking about it. I mean, honestly, it's... I don't think that was an oops, but hey, you know, you do you, man. We play the Forest. I think this is just game. That's too late. That would have been wonderful like 4 turns ago. Alright, so they'll probably crew, attack, and then Lonesome Chimera I will try to trade with. We're gonna take 2 damage if they attack with both. We'll try to trade our Huntmaster. If they have any kind of pump spell, we're probably just gonna die. Oh, is that... now it has trample as well, so I think that's just game. There's 9 damage, we can absorb 4. Yeah, that's game. Alright, well that wasn't too bad. It definitely looked better than we thought mid-game. We did a lot of trading. I wonder if we shouldn't have leaned so hard on getting rid of that Typhon. If we got rid of there was something else on the board at the time that maybe we would have been better off if we had done that, but we didn't. And the green white auras is pretty grindy, so pretty grindy. Okay, well, we went 4-3. That's not too bad. I do really like this format. I think that the draft is going to be a little bit more exciting than the seal, because the sealed's a little bit swingier in the sense of sometimes you just don't open, like, especially with like the temples. Temples aren't really great to open in a sealed. Like, no one really wants to get a Scryland like as one of their rares that might be a power slot. Like, it's just like there's in an average set, there's always rares that are just constructed playable and not necessarily limited playable. Clothis is a great card. It didn't do us any good really in this matchup, or in this set of matches. It definitely could have. Nothing wrong with it, but it definitely has a I'd say less power than, say, Heliod in limited or something like that. There's better gods, there's worse gods, but overall it's as I'm sure you've all heard, it's a very grindy format. It can lead to decking. A lot of it, I think, is because there's so many cards with inevitability that have escape and things like that. Graveyards matter. Milling is a big deal. Even when there's no milling, you can mill out. But give it a shot. The seal's still going on. Draft is there. Best of 3. And then also just best of 1. Looks like Theros Constructed is starting soon. Not entirely sure what that is. Must be just constructed cards from that, which is pretty neat. Yeah, cool. All right, well, thanks for watching the video. So again, this was Lautering Limited, where we go over different limited formats and try them out, get our impressions, and see what cards are nice in these sort of formats. Thank you so much for watching and joining us in the brewery, and we will talk to you soon. Cheers.